All right, so we're back today. The other day, your dude abides / affordable car care, and doing a little tractor mod today. We're having some starting issues, and things weren't going so well. Having to do a little magic with the old wire to get her started, but we found the issue and it's fixed now, and I'll go ahead and show you what we had to do, plus what else we're going to do. So, let's pick you up here, bring you in. Alright, you can kind of see that little white wire there with the two blues. That was originally our safety switch for the clutch, and it took a poop, so we had to pull it out, and we looped it together to jump that circuit, and also had to mod a little heavier duty fuse in there. I know a lot of people will bust balls about that, but kept blowing out to 30 amperes because of that little guy down there, and I didn't know about it at first, so I made that because that's the only fuse I had at the time. So we're gonna finish putting that back together, get the battery tray installed and all that stuff. We vacuumed out a lot of gunk that was in that area. It looked like maybe this guy used it for mud bogging before I got it. I don't think so, but somehow there was a lot of dirt and grass in there, of course. But, yeah, there's the battery. We were just testing it a minute ago, making sure that we did figure out the problem. Before I figured out that switch was bad, I thought it was the solenoid down there, but it was not. The solenoid was fine. So then I thought it was that, but that's not it either. It was that safety switch. Here's a little mod for some of you out there. You got to have a custom shift knob on your tractor. Peterbilt, inspired by Grandpa. I'm going to do a couple other little goodies. You can see these pieces of pipe here. These are going to go on to our exhaust on both sides. Hopefully give us a little bit better sound. And yeah, just kind of finish out that exhaust because the pipe's pretty short. It basically ends right underneath the fender there. So we'll get that on, and I'll show you what that looks like all done here in a minute. Show you a little montage of getting that welded and put together. And the other thing we did right off the bat on this puppy was the good old-fashioned brake pedal or brake lever gas pedal mod. And this one, because of the way things were, I ended up just welding a piece of the old bicycle handlebar directly to the fender there and mounting our brake lever. Works pretty good. We got these new meats on the back. They have done beautifully so far. We've plowed one driveway with it, and not disappointed. Did a little snowballing or snow climbing with it, and these bad boys are 2211 by 8s, and I think these were $130 for the pair on Amazon. They're Wandas. Never heard of them, but they do the job. They do it pretty good. And we did weld this rear diff. I didn't get any footage of that, unfortunately, but the first attempt failed, and the spider gears broke free and just spun around like they should normally. So this time we welded all the gears together inside of there so that there's no more slippage anymore. She's fully locked. Next thing on the list is ditching that big old pulley on there for something a little smaller, to get a little more speed out of this thing, because even though it's, you know, slightly modded, it's still basically stock. Your top speed's like 10 mile an hour. I'd like to go at least 20, so we'll see what it takes to get us there. Hopefully that rear end blows up. We got a few spares that we can practice on and do what we got to do, but that's what's going on today at the Dude Abides shop, and there'll be more goodies and fun things that come down the line as things progress. And anyways, we'll get back to it and show you. Ooh, this is terrible. I'm all over. Okay. I will get back to it and I will show you exactly what we're going to do. Get this exhaust on and see what it looks like when it's done. Alright, so it's the end of the day, time to go home, and this is what we got finished. We got dual exhaust on both sides of the tractor. Pretty close to symmetrical, considering I eyeballed it, but that's all done. We got our electrical issues fixed, and that's gonna be a wrap for now. Later on to come, definitely need to put some sort of bracing back here. There's nothing to really hook onto to tow anything, or, you know, there's just a real lack of structural rigidity. And so we're going to be fixing that. But that's going to be it for today, for now. And, you know, we got her all cleaned up, looking good, running good. You know, everything's doing what it's supposed to. We did have to, you know, bypass our clutch safety switch, but now she fires right up. Here you go, a little test sound for you. Pretty dang loud. sounds like a 40 horse instead of a 14 horse. But that's that. And we'll be back with more goodies to come. Stay tuned. Hey folks, another day here in the Dude Abides world. We're going to do a little project today, try to set aside a little time each day to do some video and a little bit of fun stuff. Sometimes, you know, life is short. But today we're going to make our own silencer for our exhaust, if you will. Yesterday, I'll show you. Yesterday, the day that you will see that was before this one, I installed some nice factory exhaust. But it's just a tad too loud, which you might have heard in the audio. It's pretty ear bleeding. It's cool. It's great, but I'm also going to use this tractor for actual work as well as play, if I can. And I use this to plow the neighbor's driveway, elderly gentleman down the street. He has had the ambulance over at his place many times, and well, just trying to do a good thing. Anyways, yeah, we're going to make our own silencers, and I'll show you how we're going to do that. I've got some washers here. I'll lay them out here on the bench for you to see. 2 washers and a piece of pipe. We're going to cut this pipe into probably 3-inch or 4-inch long sections. We're going to weld a washer on the end of it, and then that whole contraption will slide right in the end of our pipe there, and that washer's the same diameter, so we'll be able to weld it right in the end of our pipe, and hopefully it should dampen the sound a little bit. I guess we'll find out. That's the beauty of fabrication and experimentation. So stay tuned, stick with me, and I'll show you a little of how that's done. First, I'm going to start by drilling a crap load of holes in that piece of pipe. So I'll get you set up and aimed at the drill station where I'm going to be drilling. Okay. How's that? This looks still going to be shown. Okay. That's a little better. Okay. So, we're back. We've made our silencers, or baffles, if you will. They're very crude, but I think they're going to do the job. I'll show you what I've got done so far. Here's our crude baffle. You can see that. I just welded a washer to a piece of pipe that I've drilled some holes in, and I'm holding it with this socket because it's still hot from when I just welded. And we're going to shove it in there like that. Weld that washer around the end of the pipe, and hopefully that will be a good enough baffle for us. So let's get to it. Alright, so we're back. Finished up the welding and show you what we did. Let's see. So here is our, I know it's not the prettiest welding, but it is working for now. That is our silencer inserted and welded. We welded on a little toe tab in the back here because there's no plate of any sort, so I just welded a tube in. Had a little piece of metal already laying around pre-cut. I know the hole's off center. Drill bit walked on me, but it'll still work for now. And here's the other side. Silencer done. And we'll go ahead and fire it up so you can hear what it sounds like. So I got some slight exhaust leaks I can hear. I'll have to figure those out as I go. But as far as today goes, that's all we're going to do on the tractor for today. I got other stuff to work on and get done. I got some four-wheelers to mess with. I got to get done. So anyways, that's enough for today, and we'll be back with the big Maui Howie Craftsman build here next time. Thanks for watching.